What's up, everybody? So today I'm going to give you an update on the latest cyber attack that's been dominating the headlines over the past few days. This one's called WannaCry. WannaCry is a ransomware program that targets the Microsoft operating system. And in particular, it targets older versions of the operating system that hasn't been updated with the latest security patches. This is already one of the largest cyber attacks to take place within recent times. It's already impacted over 230,000 computers in over 150 countries. This type of an attack is called a worm, which means it scans networks for vulnerable computers. Once it finds them, it automatically infects them without any type of user interaction. So unlike other types of cyber attacks that require a person to click on a link in an email or to visit an unsafe website, this one does not require any action on your part. If your computer is vulnerable, it will be infected. So attackers are encrypting people's data and demanding a $300 payment in Bitcoin, which is completely untraceable. And if it's not paid within the first few days, that fee jumps up to $600. Once encrypted, unless you have a clean backup to restore from, there is absolutely no way to recover your data unless you have those decryption keys. This level of encryption cannot be cracked by anyone, which is why it's important to make sure you have a good backup solution and to make sure that your system is always kept up to date and secure. If you think that paying the attackers their fee is going to solve your problem, you gotta think again. You might not get those decryption keys, and even if you do, your system still might be infected with some type of malware that creates a backdoor into your computer or your network. The one that's speculated to be used in this situation is called the double pulsar. So if there's a backdoor created, then that means at a later point in time, your computer system can get reinfected with another piece of malware or another worm, and payment can be demanded of you again. So this becomes kind of like a vicious cycle. So who does this impact? Who does this affect? Again, it impacts people using an older version of the Microsoft operating system that hasn't been updated with the latest security patches. The attackers are using the external blue exploit, which looks for vulnerabilities within the Microsoft implementation of the server message block or SMB protocol. This vulnerability has been patched by Microsoft, but again, if you haven't updated, then you're still at risk. What makes the situation even worse is that there's copycat hackers out there who are creating altered versions of this worm, which means you're going to see attacks ongoing. That's why it's important that you stay vigilant and keep your computers and your network secure and maintained. So how will you know if you're infected, and what should you do? Well, you'll know you're infected if you get a message on your computer stating that your data has been encrypted and demanding the payment for $300 in Bitcoin, which again is completely untraceable. If that happens, then immediately take your computer offline, take it off your network, and hopefully you have a clean backup that you can restore from. If you don't, then you're going to have to choose either pay the attackers the $300, which is a risk because you might not get your data back anyway, or just start completely fresh, which means you lose all your data. Either way, take that computer off your network, and if you have any other computers on that network, scan them and make sure they're kept current and up to date. So here's my recommendation moving forward. Update everything. Scan every computer on your network with anti-malware and antivirus programs. Make sure you maintain good backups. You should have them on an offline solution like an external hard drive that's not attached to your network. Because remember, if that backup is attached to your network, it too can be infected. And then take cybersecurity seriously. For yourself, train yourself on taking the best practices when it comes to maintaining and operating your systems. If you're in an office environment, make sure someone on your staff is scanning, updating, and backing everything up properly. If for some reason that can't happen, then hire a professional, to maintain your computers and your network. This latest attack is just another example of the different types of cyber attacks taking place online. And there's absolutely no way to stop these attacks from happening. All you can do is defend yourself by staying on top of cybersecurity best practices. Again, by scanning your systems, by backing everything up, by making sure everything is up to date, by only using well-maintained and trusted software and applications, by never visiting unsafe websites, and by not clicking on any links and emails from unknown senders. Also make sure that your user credentials for every account you have is secure. If you do that, then you should be protected from the vast majority of cyber attacks taking place online. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. Alright, hopefully your computer is not infected with the WannaCry worm. Go to your computer now, turn it on, make sure it's completely up to date with the latest security patches. Scan it with your anti-malware, antivirus programs, and make sure you're keeping good backups. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe because I'll give you more tips and tricks on how to stay safe online, increase your knowledge of cybersecurity, and how to create secure websites. Alright, thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care.